What's going on, traders? This is Mike with Tactical Traders, doing some end of the day scans on April the 13th, 2021. And right now, I am looking at Riot on the year of price history on the daily chart. And I actually have some old drawings on the chart right now. I've removed them. I will in a second. But I was just thinking this was very, very interesting. We've been tracking this all the way since it was, I think, $2 or $3. Yeah, $3 over here. If I zoom up over here, I was actually watching this ascending triangle over here, and I was buying shares. I had actually a good amount of shares, but unfortunately for myself, in hindsight, we're all millionaires. But I actually had shares over here, and I was writing calls. I thought we had a little bit more time. I think I had $4 calls. I was just doing on, and unfortunately for me, uh, my contracts were exercised, and I did lose those shares. I made a nice profit in the meantime, but if I just held on to those shares for another 6 months or so, could have been quite the return. But you know what? We all make mistakes, or just honestly, who could really have predicted such a monster move? I'm sure there's a couple of you that are gonna say you could have predicted this, but if you had shares of this since $3, $4, or below that, or even up to 10, and you've held it for this move, congratulations. More power to you. Power to you. But for me, this was a trade, not an investment. But boy, did I miss out. All right, so let me just remove some of these drawings on the chart, make it a little bit more cleaner. All right, now let's get into the chart. So I'm going to be going through the chart pretty quickly and briefly, highlighting some areas of interest, and hopefully, creating something nice that you can make a nice profitable trade plan on. So, for a while now, the price has been making a steady incline up, putting some higher lows. The price has been above the 50 SMA, 200 SMA, which is a great bullish trend, and the price has been staying above those SMAs just in a very nice fashion, looking like the 50 SMA has been a nice area of support all the way up, which is this orange line, by the way. You can see the candles testing it here, here, and here before bouncing off of it. Now, moving forward, we had a nice, amount of volume coming in, about 42 million shares being traded on the day, and a nice bullish hammer happening right here. And I see a nice bullish pattern also forming. So who knows? These shares might even go higher than this. Now, I know this runs pretty concurrent to, cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin specifically. But we're just gonna be looking at the chart here. The chart's gonna be showing us some pattern, which is gonna be showing us basically the emotion of the overall trader or investor in this stock. And we're going to be going through that now. So before we get into too much of the pattern, I just want to highlight some areas of support and resistance. So one spot that jumps out to me pretty heavily is right here around this $40 range. You can see it was resistance in the past before being tested multiple times as support. So that was just a really great sign for the bulls. Price bouncing off those areas. And then we have some obvious areas of resistance. Prior to today, we had resistance right here around the $56, $57 range. You can see it stopped out multiple times there. The price did get above that, and the majority of this hammer, the body of this hammer, did get above that and close above that. So a great sign for the bulls. Next area of resistance that I am keeping my eye on, I'm going to say right here around the $65 range, and above that, we're obviously going to be saying our highs up here around $79. We can just call it $80 if you want. So this ticker definitely has some room to move. Now I'm going to be switching over to a yellow trendline candle, and this is going to be more or less highlighting the pattern itself. So like I said, we had some nice higher lows, causing a nice little trend line going up right here. And then also we're putting in some higher lows since our all-time high at $79.50. So we're going to connect a few of these data points right here. And what this looks like to me, actually, I kind of almost want to connect it down here. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it right there, actually. So we have a symmetrical triangle on the daily. And a triangle pattern, for the most part, is going to be a continuation pattern. And if you're wondering, continuation of what, is going to be the continuing trend. And we are in a bullish trend, as discussed earlier. And right now, we have that big volume come in today, hammer candle. So I think this might be the start of the breakout of the triangle candle. Now, if you're thinking you are too late, it really depends on how you're trying to trade. If you're trying to trade this just on a day trade, we might have a slight pullback. We don't really know about that because we're looking at this on the daily chart. So this is going to be more of a swing trade, bullish setup we're looking at this moving forward. And our first price target was going to be that resistance, right? The resistance at that $65 area. Now, I don't mean we have to sell all of our profits, right? Take all of our profits right there and sell all of our shares, but I do recommend taking maybe 20% or 30% of your position size just to lock in some gains. No one went broke taking profits, and then letting our shares ride up to our next price target. And I'm not going to put it actually at the $80 area for our next price target. On this one, I'm going to put our second price target. I want to put it right around the $70 mark. I'm going to change it up again right here. Yeah, I want to put it right about here around that $70 range. You can see that it had a little bit of resistance. There's not too many data points, but again, that whole number, $70, I wouldn't mind taking off another 20% with our final price target being $80 right up there. And after that $80, then we're going to get a massive, that'd be the massive breakout in my opinion, all-time highs. We're going to want volume. It's going to be way outside this pattern, and that after that, honestly, I could see this going to 100. We're going to have to see. This runs in concurrent with BTC, but I could totally see this being $100 a share in the next couple of months. So a very interesting setup for the bulls perspective. And we're going to have to keep an eye on it, keep an eye on this volume. A lot of people are interested in it, so we'll see what happens. This ticker can obviously have a huge amount of range. It moved back here in February from $25 to $80. So this thing can move when there's volume behind it. All right, traders. Well, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And thank you for watching. Until next time, stay profitable.